Give us a sense, first of all, of the genesis of the Resist the Wall Act. Did you come up with this idea, or is it something proposed by constituents?
Well, thanks so much for having me on, Scarlet. Yes, we had the idea. Californians build bridges, not walls. We're a state and a country of immigrants. We wanted to make sure that we didn't want to support any symbol that would deter immigration or deter people from coming and wanting to be part of the California dream. We have the sixth largest economy in the world. We have job growth, the envy of the rest of the country. We want to keep that moving, and a huge piece of that success are immigrants.
Phil, are you hoping that if the law passes that it will discourage companies from bidding on wall projects in the first place?
Well, that's one piece of it. We wanted to also make sure that California didn't want to participate in the wall. We know that over 70% of our residents don't approve of the wall. We don't want a wall built on our border, and we don't want a single cent of California dollars going to it.
A CalPERS spokeswoman told us on Monday that the fund can't comment on the bill because it hasn't seen the bill yet. Have you spoken with anyone from CalPERS or CalSTRS since?
We'll be in communication with them. It's very typical because we're in the process of amending the language. As soon as we have amendments, we'll be sharing it with them. These are very similar to other divestment bills that have been run in the past. But we've seen the effects of divestment. Back when, in the 80s, when South Africa had the apartheid regime, CalPERS and CalSTRS really led the way toward divestment. People said at that point that it didn't really matter, but we saw that they were the ones who really helped lead the movement to crumble that apartheid regime.
Phil, I believe we've also seen similar divestment announcements related to companies in Israel that were involved in their border wall, their border technology. Was that also an inspiration for this particular bill?
No, the inspiration really was the huge feeling of California being a state of immigrants and really having an amazing culture from people all around the world. We didn't want to have a symbol that was going to deter further immigration. We wanted to be welcoming of immigrants. We think they've made a huge contribution in the state. Additionally, California's had a checkered past around immigration. They were part of the Chinese Exclusion Act. They participated in the Japanese-American internment, and they've lived to regret it. So we don't want to live to regret this moment in history.
Phil, one thing that's been pointed out often is that California is or tends to be on the leading edge of a lot of social and cultural changes that later sweep the nation at large. Illegal immigration, check. Race protests and riots, yes, we've seen that. Climate change, funding crisis for higher education. These are all things that California grappled with. Having served in public office through many of these challenges, what can you tell us about California's approach to addressing and resolving some of these challenges? What has California learned?
Well, California always leads the way, and it also means that we face problems first. So similar to this, we're seeing that the wall is coming to us probably sooner than other states, but the feeling of our residents is very, very strong. They are absolutely opposed to the wall. They don't want to really have any part of it. And again, California has been a symbol, not just to the rest of the country, but really to the entire world. It's been a symbol of prosperity and really hope, and we want to continue to be that symbol.